D.L. Erickson, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. 100, yeah, that's actually not bad, bro. That'll keep you, you know, that's a good base, I'd say. Stretch every day. Yeah, I need to do that. I need to get back into doing yoga, stretching every day. I used to do it after showers. I fell off heavy though. But I'm gonna get back though. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of life. You get up and you get down, and you try again, bro. And the crazy part about it is, you know, it's not that you fell down. It's not the fact that you fell down, because everybody falls down. You know what I'm saying? That's not what defines you as a human being. What defines you is how you get up when you get knocked down. You know, that's what defines you as a human being. And I have faith in all of us, bro. I have faith in myself. I have faith in you guys. You can do it, bro. Whatever you're facing in life, man, eventually, with the time, you know, and adjustment, you'll get there where you got to go, bro. And I believe that, man. I say that with the utmost confidence, because you guys are the same. You guys are the same motherfucking species that put a man on the moon. You guys are the same motherfucking species that invented fucking medicine, bro, and heals people, and spirituality, and therapy, and all this other cool shit that we've invented to help our lives, bro. You guys are the same people. Like, people like you are the same people who have changed the world. You know what I'm saying? So that means you guys have that limitless potential and capacity to do the same. And so never forget that. You know what I'm saying? You should try yoga in bed. I do like a little like back twist in bed, bro. I do like back twist in bed. I always feels really good. She said it's heaven. All right, y'all ready to get into the topic for today, bro? I hope you guys are interested and ready to talk. We got quite a lot of videos to cover today, all the way from what is a calorie to the gut-brain axis and how food can affect your brain. But yeah, man, lots of cool stuff today. Let's talk a bit about. I think I'm gonna go with this one right here, just like that. All right, perfect. So we got some Mindful Monday stuff and or some awesome, lots of good stuff today, bro. When you wake up in bed stretch, that's a good idea, bro. It's not a bad idea. Anything is better than nothing. Hey, Goofy, what I missed? Just some amazing yoga, 10 out of 10 yoga. But we're back. Let's get it, bro. Hold on. Let me make sure that my shit is set up correctly. Make sure my shit is set up correctly. And, oh yeah, we're good. We're solid. I think I want to switch my camera. I don't want to do circle cam for Mindful Monday. I think I want to do standing box camera. We'll save circle game camera for gameplays. We want to switch that over. There we go. How's that look, guys? Do I look good? We can also. Oh, do we have another camera in here? Yeah, that's fine. All right, guys. So let's get it. Start off with what is a calorie? Loud as fuck. God damn. Start off. What is a calorie, bro? Let's talk about it. I'm sure most of y'all know what a fucking calorie is, right? How many of y'all know what a calorie is? Like, actually what it is. I got your shirt on today and I love it. On Saturday and I love it. Oh, yes. I'm so glad you love it, Ali. Thank you so much for purchasing, bro. I want to take a picture, but I'm in post, but I'm too self-conscious. Girl, if you don't want to post it, that's fine. But you look amazing regardless. You know what I'm saying? But I would love a picture of you. I'm sure everybody else would love a picture of you as well. I missed that class on calories. A unit of energy. There you go, Callan. I mean, I know what a calorie deficit is. Energy is food. Food is energy. Yep, let's get it. All right, class, we're off to a great start.
We hear about calories all the time.
Yes,
How
sir.
many calories are in this cookie? How many are burned by 100 jumping jacks, or long distance running, or fidgeting? But what is a calorie really? And how many of them do we actually need? Calories are a way of keeping track of the body's energy budget. A healthy balance occurs when we put in about as much energy as we lose.
Okay.
If we consistently put more energy into our bodies than we burn, The excess will gradually be stored as fat in our cells and will gain.
Yep. And this is why you got to read the back of your fucking nutritional information, because you be thinking the shit that you eating is not that bad for you. And then you read the calories and you be like, God damn, nigga, I'm in calorie overload.
Weight. If we burn off more energy than we replenish, we'll lose weight. So we have to be able to measure the...
Bro, me too, bro. And I gained like 50 pounds, bro. Jesus Christ.
...energy we consume and use. And we do so with a unit called the calorie. 1 calorie, the kind we measure in food, also called a large calorie, is defined as the amount of energy it would take to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius.
Oh, damn. So it's okay. I didn't know that.
Everything we can...
Also careful. Yeah, they try to get you a serving size. They'll be like, oh, this only has 100 calories. But then you look at the serving size, it says per serving size, and it's like 30 serving sizes or servings in the container. You know what I'm saying? So it's in that one package of food, there's like 30,000 calories or some shit. It's crazy, bro. And calories themselves aren't necessarily bad things. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you just got to be mindful of where you're getting your calories. There's such thing as like empty calories and shit like that, you know?
Consume has a calorie count, a measure of how much energy the item stores in its chemical bonds. The average pizza slice has 272 calories.
Slice? One slice of pizza has 272 calories? God damn.
For about 78 in a piece of bread, and an apple has about 52. That energy is released during digestion and stored in other molecules that can be broken down to provide energy when the body needs it. It's used in 3 ways. About 10% enables digestion, about 20% fuels physical activity, and the biggest chunk, around 70%, supports the basic functions of our organs and tissues.
Wow. I didn't know. I would have thought it was more energy towards physical activity, but god damn, this kind of paints a picture as like when you don't eat your food or your calories, bro, it could probably fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Because like your body is like, hey, bro, I would like some, some nutrients. I'm gonna move this up. It's up here. I want to get out the way of all this shit. Or I could just throw my green screen up, but I just don't want to do it today. I'm being too lazy. Why is there 2 sub goals on here? What the fuck? Sorry, chat. There we go. All right. That's going to have to stay like that.
That third usage corresponds to your basal metabolic rate, a number of calories you would need to survive if you weren't eating or moving around. Add in some physical activity and digestion, and you arrive at the official guidelines for how many calories the average person requires each day, 2,000 for women and 2,500 for men. Those estimates are based on factors like average weight, physical activity, and muscle mass. So does that mean everyone should shoot for around 2,000 calories?
Fuck no, baby.
Not necessarily. If you're doing an energy-guzzling activity, like cycling the Tour de France, your body could use up to 9,000 calories per day.
Wow.
Pregnancy requires slightly more calories than usual. And elderly people typically have a slower metabolic rate. Energy is burned more gradually, so less is needed. Here's something else you should know before you start counting calories. The calorie counts on nutrition labels measure how much energy the food contains, not how much energy you can actually get out of it.
Wow, I didn't realize that. What the fuck?
Fibrous foods like celery
I just figured that humans could get all the energy they could out of that shit.
and whole wheat take more energy to digest. So you'd actually wind up with less energy from a 100-calorie serving of celery than a 100-calorie serving of
Wait. Say that again, motherfucker.
Energy you can actually get out of it. Fibrous foods like celery and whole wheat take more energy to digest. So you'd actually wind up with less energy from a 100-calorie serving of celery than a 100-calorie serving.
Oh, because it has high fiber, you burn calories just burning that shit off. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Yo, I didn't even know that, bro. Definitely whole wheat and high fiber foods. That's crazy. That's why you got to stay away from like, try your best to stay away from foods that have empty calories, which are calories that don't really give you any nutritional value, because now you're just eating, but you're not getting anything out of that shit at all. You know what I'm saying?
Of potato chips. Not to mention the fact that some foods offer nutrients like protein and vitamins.
You just ate the whole
others
head?
provide far less nutritional value. Eating too many of those foods could leave you overweight and malnourished.
Damn.
And even with the
you can be overweight and that's why people could say, "Oh, these people aren't starving," or these people don't have a food problem. Look how overweight they are. You know, when people say that shit about people, dumb people, but it's like you can be overweight and malnourished at the same fucking time. Just because you're eating a lot of food don't mean you're eating the right food to, you know, sustain your body, bro. Is that like skinny fat? And that's more like, nah, I wouldn't say skinny fat, because I don't think skinny describes malnourished. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I don't think that's well, at least not how we look at the word, you know?
Exact same food, different people might not get the same number of calories. Variations in things like enzyme levels, gut bacteria, and even intestine length means that every individual's ability to extract energy from food is a little different.
Wow.
So a calorie is a useful energy measure, but to work out exactly how many of them each of us requires, we need to factor in things like exercise, food type, and our body's ability to process energy. Good luck finding all of that on a nutrition label.
Fuck no. Yeah, you won't find that. So like, I like to say that it's, you know, I use things like just to give you a general idea of how many calories you need. I go like, you can go to like calorie, it's like a base metal. It's like basically you just type it into Google and it gives you like a base calculator for how many calories you need based on your body size and who you like and what your weight and your age and shit like that. And you can use that as a base, you know, line. But it's like ultimately you need to get with a nutritionist and really understand what you need. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to just be as simple as, you know, as looking up your BMR, your base metabolic rate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Base metabolic rate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. But I mean, we can use that, because at the end of the day, not everybody has is going to be able to afford a nutritionist. They're not cheap, you know, but you can get like a guideline and just do the best you can while you can. You know what I'm saying? You can't always remember you can't attack certain types of fat. You can balance it. Yeah. What do y'all think of that? Is that informative? Is that informative at all? Let's look into how the food you eat affects your brain. That's the key to self-love, is finding out nutrition, man. It's huge, bro.
If you sucked all of the moisture out of your brain and broke it down to its constituent nutritional content, what would it look like? Most of the weight of your dehydrated brain would come from fats, also known as lipids. In the remaining brain matter, you would find proteins and amino acids, traces of micronutrients, and glucose. The brain is, of course, more than just the sum of its nutritional parts, but each component does have a distinct impact on functioning, development,
what are these niggas dancing for?
And energy. So that post-lunch apathy or late-night alertness you might be feeling, well, that could simply be the effects of food on your brain. Of the fats in your brain, the superstars are omegas 3 and 6. These essential fatty acids, which have been linked to preventing degenerative brain conditions, must come from our diets. So eating omega-rich food...
I didn't even know that omega-rich foods prevented brain deterioration. Jesus Christ. I didn't see the part where he said the different type of calories are bad for you. We'll get to that today, though. That's a very good point, though.
Foods like nuts, seeds, and fatty fish is crucial to the creation and maintenance of cell membranes. And while omegas are good fats for your brain, long-term consumption of other fats, like trans and saturated fats, may compromise brain health.
Yuck.
Meanwhile, proteins and
wait, they can compromise your brain health? A cupcake?
Acids, the building block nutrients of growth and development, manipulate how we feel and behave. Amino acids contain the precursors to neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that carry signals between neurons, affecting things like mood, sleep, attentiveness, and weight. They're one of the reasons we might feel calm after eating a large plate of pasta, or more alert after a protein-rich meal. The complex combinations of compounds in food can stimulate brain cells to release mood-altering norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin. But getting to your brain cells is tricky, and amino acids have to compete for limited access. A diet with a range of foods helps maintain a balanced combination of brain messengers and keeps your mood from getting skewed in one direction or the other.
So it can literally affect your mood based upon the food that you eat, which, you know, we talk about this a little bit, you know, like with the itis and shit like that. But like, I don't think people really think about this very much. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we probably could be thinking about it more. Walnuts are mostly fat. Yeah, they are. Tree nuts are really good for omega-3 as fatty acids or whatever. W Stream, thank you, Noor. Oh my God, we are what we eat, bro. We are, and the crazy part of this, it's not as simple as plain as people would like to say it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's literally different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? How you grew up, the shit that you ate as you grow up, will affect your gut microbes and all kind of shit. So like certain foods are gonna be hard for you to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's not as cut and clean process as people would like to say that it is. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be careful about, taking generalizations from, all kind of people, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're a trainer, you're anybody, bro, like literally get with somebody who's a professional and who knows you as an individual. You know what I'm saying? While you can use, general guidelines to kind of pave the way for you, ultimately what's best for you is you're going to find out. You know what I'm saying? It's not some shit you can just get from like online research or some shit. At least not every specific thing. You see what I'm saying? All that McDonald's I ate growing up, good thing I wait, it was less now. Yeah, bro. Sensitive Fan, thank you for the subscription at Prime. I appreciate you, bro. It's crazy how much smarter our bodies are than us, yet we choose what we take in. Yeah, man, our bodies are a finely dialed machine. By the way, Pam, thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate you. I made it. What up, Smiley? How you doing, family? And if all else fails, I consult with a professional doctor or certified nutritionist. Yeah, bro, certified nutritionist. Honestly, everybody should have a certified nutritionist, bro. Every single person should have a certified nutritionist, as well as therapy, bro. Can you imagine what the world would look like if everybody was guaranteed not only a therapist, but a fucking certified nutritionist that helped you describe what you needed, and we had equal access to healthy foods? You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine what that world would look like? You can't sit here and tell me that people wouldn't be way better off. You know what I'm saying? People like to have this super negative view of society and like that, humans are always this, predetermined competitors and they hate each other. And it's like, well, if you give people access to the materials they need to develop, can you all imagine, bro? There's this new kind of genre of like, I don't know how to say it, like of science fiction. Y'all know how science fiction is traditionally kind of like dark and scary, you know what I'm saying? And there's this new, I forgot what it was called, bro. It's like a new kind of science fiction that kind of talks about, the positive side of science fiction. Like things could go really good too, you know what I'm saying? Because, if you believe in manifestation and if you believe in the power of thought, you know what I'm saying? We can only create what we can imagine. You know what I'm saying? And we can only imagine. So, and that's true for like real life. You know what I'm saying? Like all the things that we see, all the technology we see before us, all this shit was imagined, bro. That's why it was enabled to create. There's nothing in our minds that we cannot create if we can imagine that we cannot create in some way. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said, I wonder what it would be like to fly. Niggas built planes. You see what I'm saying? Like we can create a world for ourselves, you know what I'm saying? But that we want, you know what I'm saying? But we have to be able to imagine it. So I forgot what it was called, bro. I'm gonna look it up, bro. It's like, it's been going around TikTok. It's like really upbeat. Let's see, science fiction, but positive. I forgot what it's called. What is it called? I forgot what it was called. I'll let y'all know what it's called, bro. If anybody can remember, it's not utopian. It's something cool, bro. It's like a brand new, like they have like a brand new thing for it. But it's something to think about. My whole point with that being is that we can change the world, bro. If we just simply change the narratives around what we love. You know what I'm saying? They call it positive science fiction. No, it's something else, bro. It's like a word, but it's like, because you know how we don't see on social media and we see all this doomerism about, you know, climate change and that and this and that and the fourth, and we kind of start to paint a very dark picture about our future. And I think that, you know, I think people underestimate how powerful a narrative is. You know what I'm saying? People like to think that, oh, it's just like, they'd be like, well, representation doesn't matter and the story messages don't matter. But like, these stories are the lenses, like narratives are the stories, are the lenses we view the world in. You know what I'm saying? This is how we view the world, and this is how you shape the minds of young people, is through narratives. You know what I'm saying? Look at media, bro. Look at social media, bro. Look at the impact it's having on children and people as a whole. Look at mass media and how that is, you know, propaganda has that has controlled people for generations. You know what I'm saying? Like, and every army has a propaganda, you know what I'm saying? All kind of shit, right? So it's like the power of a narrative is so powerful, bro. It really is. And I think that we need to really consider that, you know what I'm saying? Moving forward, I think we really need to stop, you know, allowing people to say, oh, you care too much about, you know, what's in this story or what's not in this story or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because it's important. And I felt like I needed to say that, and I'm way off topic, but yeah.
Like the other organs in our bodies, our brains also benefit from a steady supply of micronutrients. Antioxidants in fruits and vegetables strengthen the brain to fight off free radicals.
What's up, this profile? How you doing, family? Thank you so much for the resub. I can't stay long, but hey, family, good to see you, family. Hope you have a wonderful day, bro.
That destroy brain cells, enabling your brain to work well for a longer period of time. And without powerful micronutrients like the vitamins B6, B12, and folic acid, our brains would be susceptible to brain disease and mental decline.
That pear is getting it, bro. I can't even focus. I'm staring at this pear the whole time. This nigga's fucking it up, bro.
Amounts of the minerals iron, copper, zinc, and sodium are also fundamental to brain health and early cognitive development. In order for the brain to efficiently transform and synthesize these valuable nutrients, it needs fuel, and lots of it. While the human brain only makes up about 2% of our body weight, it uses up to 20%.
All right, PG, I'll catch you later, bro. If you guys want to watch the rest of this, it's going to be on my Mindful Monday YouTube channel. It's in my bio.
% of our energy resources. Most of this energy comes from carbohydrates that our body digests into glucose or blood sugar. The frontal lobes are so sensitive to drops in glucose, in fact, that a change in mental function is one of the primary signals of nutrient deficiency. Assuming that we are getting glucose regularly, how does the specific type of carbohydrates we eat affect our brains? Carbs come in 3 forms: starch, sugar, and fiber. While on most nutrition labels, I didn't
know fiber was a carb. I didn't know fiber was a carb.
All lumped into one total carb count. The ratio of the sugar and fiber subgroups to the whole amount.
That's crazy, because I was on an Atkins diet for a hella long, y'all, and it was like a low carb diet, bro, and I almost never ate fucking vegetables, bro. I lost hella weight, but it was probably not good for me at all. You have a great too, same to chat too. Hey, all love, man.
Affect how the body and brain respond. A high glycemic food, like white bread, causes a rapid release of glucose into the blood, and then comes the dip. Blood sugar shoots down, and with it, our attention span and mood. On the other hand, oats, grains, and legumes have slower glucose release, enabling a steadier level of attentiveness.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. The level of sugar in our body can affect our attention span, bro. And then we wonder why little kids can't focus, nigga. Niggas be drinking sugar, fucking soda at the sippy cup, nigga, and we wonder why he just can't focus. I don't know why. He got no attention span. Let me put him on medicine. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's eating top ramen, drinking soda, motherfucking doing all kind of bullshit, and y'all wonder why this little motherfucker can't sit down and fucking do his homework. You know what I'm saying? Like, or pay attention in class. Among the plethora, the ocean of other things wrong with, you know, modern education system, you know what I'm saying? We trying to make these little niggas sit down and learn when they can't eat. They can't, nigga. I was eating top ramen and soda daily, nigga, growing up, bro. Daily, bro. Oh yeah, we think he has an attention deficit. No, nigga, he need a fucking meal, nigga. All we got is pork and beans at the crib, nigga. What do you mean? Yo, watching kids eat cake and seeing the change happen, it's hilarious. The change. That's salty. That's so salty. Oh my, bro, terrible for you, bro. I hate that medicine solution rule of euphoria is a prime example. Yeah, that's very true, man. She did. She didn't know how to deal with grief. That's a different situation. But ultimately, yeah. I think what she needed is to deal with her grief. Therapy, really. You know what I'm saying? And that's, it's not always an easy one shot fix. You know what I'm saying? Were you bouncing off the walls as a kid? No, but I couldn't focus for shit. Also, Haley, thank you for this resubscription. I appreciate you, family. But I had a really hard time focusing, for sure. I was too shy to be bouncing off the walls. But there were times when I was at home where I would go crazy, but not really in public. But as a kid, I would literally go crazy at home though. I would be like crawling on all fours, pretending I'm like some kind of animal or some shit. It was weird. For
sustained brain power, opting for a varied diet of nutrient-rich foods is critical. When it comes to what you bite, chew, and swallow, your choices have a direct and long-lasting effect on the most powerful organ in your body.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't even know that, bro. So the foods that allow you to process glucose longer, you know what I'm saying? Like vegetables, the ones you get from legumes and all kind of shit like that, like vegetables and shit, actually help your attentiveness. That's crazy, bro. That's insane, bro. Well, the thing is that because the U.S. is so fucked up, they make it hard for people to eat. Yeah, they do, for sure. I mean, we could talk. I don't even think we talked about food deserts today, but we could definitely talk about food deserts. You know what I'm saying? Which are basically, places in the United States where you have almost no access to healthy fruits or vegetables. In the United States, in the richest country in the world, y'all. They swear we not a third world country. You know what I'm saying? We have food deserts in America, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, we have the appearance of a first world country. You know what I'm saying? Because we have all this glitz and glamour, but our food is terrible. Everybody knows it. Every country knows it. That's why they got ads in Germany talking about, poor kids in America, bro. It's fucking terrible here, bro. It's so messed up bro. And it's like, and if you're not mindful and you don't have enough, access to, certain information, you just continue to cycle forever, bro. Even the healthy. We want to go that deep. Yeah, they don't even allow like GMOs in other countries, bro. Like America is like one of the only countries that are not the only countries, but it's like a country that pretty much has free reign on all its food. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But I digress. But yeah, let's talk a little about the gut-brain axis. So that was a little bit about, how the food affects you. Now we're going to get into specifically, or more so about how the food affects your mental health. Just a little bit more. And we got a couple videos on this that I kind of wanted to dive in on because it's important. I think it's really important.
In 2004, a study was done involving two groups of mice. One of these groups had the germs in their stomach artificially removed, while the other had theirs left intact. Both groups were wired up and then exposed to a stressful experience. What they found that was while both groups responded to the stressor, the germ-free mice had a measurably exaggerated response.
Y'all see that, bro? A stressor, bro. They just remove some germs from your food and they fucking added a stressor. Look at this little motherfucker over here. He's shaking, bro. He crying. This is us, nigga. This is us every day when we go through some hard shit, bro. This is us. We're not getting the proper food and nutrition, and we're like, oh shit, this is not it, bro. We are, bro. We are not. This is not it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we got to get from this mouse to being this mouse. You see what I'm saying?
This sparked interest in a concept called the gut-brain axis. The idea that the microbes in your intestines vastly affect the way your brain and nervous system function. The link had previously...
So this is more so not necessarily about the food itself, but also the microbes on the food itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit deeper.
Been made. But the next question was, of course, could this have an application for humans? It turns out it does, in a big way. There is, in fact, a war going on in your gut.
A war?
The so-called good bacteria are pitted against the so-called bad bacteria. Now, who's winning this fight is of great importance to you. These bacteria can affect everything from mood to obesity levels. Both bacteria control important levers in the enteric nervous system, which in turn cause chemical cascades that affect all parts of your body, right up to your brain.
Wow.
An overabundance of the bad guys, for example, causes an imbalance that results in some very common psychological problems. While the good guys, on the other hand, can help keep us relaxed, they do this by releasing GABA and stimulating the vagus nerve, amongst other things. This collective of gut bacteria is known as the microbiome. They live inside you, in symbiosis. You need them, and they need you. But just like you, they need to be fed in the right way.
Wow.
This brings us to a fact that has been known by most cultures for at least thousands of years, that what you eat shapes who you are.
Wow. What you eat shapes who you are.
The food you put into your gut encourages the growth of one of these kinds of bacteria, and that in turn affects all the aforementioned things. Given these advances, scientists have identified certain foods that encourage the good guy bacteria, and they called them probiotics. Now you might think this is...
Okay, this is cool. Pickled foods are really good. I love pickled foods. If you have like I do like kimchi or like a pickled like what's it called it like onions and shit. I love putting that on a salad or some shit. That should be good as fuck. Yogurt's good, I guess. Oh, they got kimchi right here too. But pickled onions, sauerkraut. Yeah.
This is a scientific breakthrough. Well,
oh, my fault. I didn't mean to do that. This may be propaganda. I'm just kidding.
It's the good guy bacteria, and they called them probiotics.
I can't stand kombucha though. I be chugging that shit like a shot. I love Yasuquit. What is that? What is Yasuquit? Yasuquit. Yeah, kombucha is trash. I be drinking that shit like it's water, bro.
Now you might think this is a scientific
breakthrough. What is kefir?
Well, not quite. These have been known for literally thousands of years by the Roman, the Vedic, and the Chinese cultures, to name a few.
This has been known to help your gut for thousands of years, bro. Thousands of years. We figured this shit out, bro. How the fuck did we get so far, bro? What happened, bro? What happened? How did we get so far? Nigga, we knew this thousands of years ago. I used to think we were so much better off. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways we are, but Jesus Christ, how did we miss this? How did we miss this?
7,000 to 8,000 years ago, men of the Thracian culture, a warrior race, drank sour milk before going to battle. Marco Polo, the explorer, hailed the magical qualities of an ancient drink known as kefir. And one version of the Bible even says Abraham, a patriarch of Judaism, owed his long life to the consumption of sour milk. I say all this only to prove that this is not new knowledge, but medical science can be slow to catch up. Wow. Remarkably, many health professionals don't make much.
Medical science can be medical science can be slow to catch up. And that's, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like that's so true, bro. I feel like doctors they don't even learn about nutrition. How are you a fucking doctor? And y'all niggas they don't even talk about nutrition in medical school like that. I mean, they do. It's newer, but it's not to the extent that they should be. Like every doctor should be, to some extent, should be a nutritionist. Like to some extent, you see what I'm saying? Like, huh? Y'all ain't taking no classes on this. None of this is being talked about. Come on, bro. Come on. Anybody going to the doctor school so they can verify? Because I've talked to doctors before and they talk about they don't learn this shit in school, bro. Like, why don't they, bro? Why are they so eager to lean into pharmaceutical products, you know what I'm saying, but not on the very food that we consume on a daily fucking basis, bro? On a daily basis. Purposely slow or gatekeeping nutrition. I just think that yeah, because of money, obviously, yeah, capitalism. But I just think that they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because like to sell someone as a pharmaceutical company, to sell someone, or obviously they have an influence on, you know, all kind of shit. But to sell someone a pharmaceutical product rather than telling them, hey, this is not as simple as this product. You're gonna need a lifelong of decisions, you know what I'm saying, of eating good and healthy food that you may or may not have access to. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Some companies don't want studies going out so they can steal all their own unhealthy stuff. Bruh. I'm tired of late stage capitalism. Me too, man. Me too, bro. Kefir stuff is so good for you. It's wild. Really? I never had it before. Yo, Cohog, thank you for the subscription at Prime Gaming. I appreciate you, Mo, so much. I'm getting you guys are liking this topic. How y'all feeling about this topic today, bro? I feel like this is such a great topic, bro. And I wish we could have more conversations around this kind of stuff more. You know what I'm saying? Everyone should research the beginnings of modern medicines. Yeah, I mean, it has a lot to do with petroleum, right? The petroleum industry or some shit like that. Educational, I think we should. Yeah, facts, bro.
Of this connection. Could this issue be an elephant in the room in mental health? Rates of mental illness are on an all-time high. About 9% of people are on antidepressants in the UK. In the USA, the figure is over 10%. There are now more than 50 million prescriptions of antidepressants in the UK in a year.
Wow.
And when these diagnoses and prescriptions are made, diet is usually not part of the protocol.
Never. That's crazy.
This not only ignores our ancestral knowledge, it actually is unscientific. The nervous system, like any organ, is highly...
It not only ignores our ancestors, it is unscientific. Y'all hear that shit, bro? Hold on, my dog is barking. It's unscientific. It's unscientific. Yo, all right, I'm back. I'm sorry, I had to put him in his room because he's a little brat. But yeah, bro, Rockefeller and yeah, I think I heard about Rockefeller. I don't know who the other name. I don't even know how to spell that shit or say that shit. The camera angle. What up, Rings? How you doing, my boy? Teddy said something's going on. Been rocking with you for the past week. This topic is the move right now. Yeah, man, it's pretty dope, bro. They don't teach nutrition in school. They don't, bro. They don't. They teach it to maybe high school students and be like, "I'll figure it out. Figure it out. Oh, you don't have access to eat food or whatever the fuck. Figure it out, bro."
Knowledge. It actually is
That's crazy, bro. Unscientific.
System, like any organ, is highly sensitive to the environmental and is absolutely shaped by what you eat. The probiotics of yesteryear have been removed from the modern diet in favor of other foods, and no prizes for guessing the kind of bacteria they encourage. Could this be one of the major factors in the mental health epidemic we see in the Western world?
That's crazy. They getting over on us like a motherfucker, nigga. The pharmaceutical companies won't call out the big agriculture companies because they all best friends. They all besties. They're like, hey, no shit in my pond, bro. Just, just sell your pills, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about how bad the food is. Or they don't want to get in the fast food industry either. You know what I'm saying? Farmer is a real trap. Yeah, bro. Dead ass. The same thing with internet companies. They got us the broke up so nobody step on nobody's toes. Man, you already know how it is. What's up, Rings? How you doing, my bro? We all being scammed. Yeah, this is that's why they call it the land of dreams, nigga. Because all this shit is make believe, nigga. It don't even make sense. Like, what the fuck? This is the American dream is for corporations now, bro. It's for fucking they could come here and fucking and they could come here and do whatever they want to us, regulation free, because the corporations run the government, nigga. The fuck. And if you disagree, they'll kill your ass. Look what they did. Look what they did to the Black Panthers, bro. There's no leftist leadership right now in America. There's zero leftist leadership. We have zero leftist leadership. Bernie Sanders ain't even left really. He's really center. You know what I'm saying? That's how strong right wing propaganda is in America, bro. I just want some healthy, chemical free food, bro. Crazy world we live in, bro. They think Bernie Sanders is left, bro. That's wild. But we need some damn leadership. I don't give a fuck right or left. I mean, it ain't coming right. I'll tell you that right now. But, I digress.
That makes us who we are. Is it our hormones, our past experiences, or are we just born this way? Well, to be honest, it's probably a mixture of all of these. But there's something else to it. Something that has been probably shaping who we are from the day we were born.
Y'all have to grow your own food?
Are covered inside out.
Isn't that like illegal or some shit too? They'll come get your ass if you growing enough food and ain't telling nobody.
So with tiny
some
little
shit.
organisms,
I could be wrong though. I don't know about that.
Millions of them. Let's zoom in on these ones specifically.
In my apartment.
The ones that have taken your intestines as their homes. Well, actually, your gut is filled with at least 1,000 different types of...
This nigga said, in my own apartment? Nigga, we don't even got land. Nigga, how we gonna grow food? How we gonna grow food, nigga? We ain't got land. We ain't got motherfucking... We gonna do it at the park? You know what I'm saying? I think we all ultimately have to come together for this shit, bro. I don't think there's no individual cure for this shit, bro. This is a systematic issue that's gonna take a system of individuals, you know what I'm saying, working together to change this shit. I don't think there's an individual answer to this shit, personally. But it's gonna take a community, bro. It's gonna take a community for sure, bro. But America has like a hyper individualistic mindset. It's illegal in some places. That's wild.
Bacteria and more than 7,000 different subtypes. But don't worry though, they're not all harmful to you. They can help you regulate your immune system, digest food that you cannot digest, and probably make you feel better. But we'll be talking about that later. I like to think of your intestines as a war zone. See these millions and millions of bacteria living in there? Well, each colony or family of bacteria wants to eradicate the other for the sake of inhabiting you. And just like battles in real life, outside sources can tip the scale towards a certain side.
Okay, we know this.
How many of you have been depressed before? Or felt anxious? Or have known someone who has suffered from severe depression? I want you to take a moment and think about what kind of diet you or they have had during that period.
I mean, I don't know if you guys, but I've definitely suffered from depression and anxiety my entire life. You know, recently it's gotten better, but yeah.
You're probably thinking of comfort food that is high in simple carbs, fats, no nutritional value whatsoever, and probably no fiber. Have you ever thought that this might be contributing to your symptoms? I know what you guys are thinking. Of course it does. We've seen the patterns. Whenever we're feeling sad or bad, we just eat a piece of cake. Or another piece of cake, and another. But honestly now, who eats one piece of cake?
I didn't realize how important fiber was, bro. And I'm like, damn, bro. I've been eating, and the crazy part is, I'm thinking to myself, I've been making spinach shakes for like the last couple, I want to say like the last month or so. And I want to say that my mind has been a lot more calm, and I feel like I've been better off. And obviously that could be me doing confirmation bias, but I honestly feel like that choice to do that every day has had such a great impact on my mental and physical health. And I do like a spinach shake with water, blueberries, banana, and apple, and then I throw my motherfucking protein powder in there. Mix that shit up every day, bro. Damn, he at my house looking in the window. It's all cake in there. Repeat what, Noor?
Then we end up feeling even worse. But why is that?
Oh, that shake, I do in my shake I do like a handful of spinach, water. I do blueberries, like a handful of blueberries, and one apple, one banana, and I eat that every single day religiously, bro. What protein powder do you use? I use a protein powder. It's a pea protein called Naked. Now, mind you, some protein powders have been said to have like traces of heavy metals in them. Y'all got to be careful about consuming protein for sure. But yeah, I use a Naked brand. It's a pea protein, vegan as fuck. Spinach with water, bro. I promise you, bro. It doesn't water spinach. You can use soy milk if you want, but I honestly didn't need it. Like I honestly drink my smoothie, and I don't feel like I need to have anything else into it because the banana be sweet as fuck. The apple be kind of sweet. You know what I'm saying? The blueberries be kind of sweet, and then you got spinach. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's pretty solid, bro. And it's like it's a way to get all your fiber in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, or not all of it, but a large chunk of your fiber. Really good, bro. And I do that every single day, bro. Clipping is so hard with my trash Wi-Fi. It's all good, family. Gotta watch the VOD to get the ingredients. Oh yeah, I should just say watch it again on YouTube.
To understand this, we're going to have to zoom in.
What is the purpose of protein powder? Is it for nutrients? It's for getting, I'm trying to build muscle mass right now. So that's what I'm doing. It does have other nutrients in it as well. But I'm trying to build muscle mass right now. So that's why I take a lot of protein. No, if I wasn't just trying to be like a regular human, wasn't trying to be athletic and like athletically built, then I wouldn't need to do that, you know. But I'm trying to be built, nigga. I'm trying to be big, thick dad bod built. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to be buff well into my 30s. You know what I'm saying?
And even further, who hasn't heard this before? The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It's one of the most basic things we learn in biology as children. But that only shows us that each and every cell in our bodies need this tiny little organelle to survive. Let's add to that, the mitochondria has its own DNA, meaning that at some point in history, it was its own organism. But now, the cells and the mitochondria are inseparable. This is called endosymbiosis, where two organisms need each other to survive.
That's crazy.
And just like this concept is our relationship with the microbiome, the different species of bacteria that live within us. Wow. Not all bacteria are made equal. Some can be harmful to you, and some can be of great value. Well, actually, the amount of bacterial DNA in our bodies...
That's crazy. That just bridged the gap in like the how life started on Earth. I don't know what your belief is about, but like symbiosis, where you have molecules that begin to grow together in order to survive. Like mitochondria was once its own little organism, but now you can't find it anywhere outside of a cell. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like these cells over time have built structures or beings or organisms out of them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. That's crazy to me.
Is 10 times greater than our own DNA. So have you ever thought that maybe they play a big role in shaping who we are? They secrete a lot of chemicals that are absorbed into our bodies. You've probably heard of some of them, like dopamine, serotonin, and maybe some of you have heard of GABA. It's the chemical that calms you down.
That's crazy. Everything changing to that. That's crazy, bro. Sheesh. By the way, if y'all are here to the stream, bro, when we hear something that's facts or we say something that we agree with, we just hit them with a smooth. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like a woof. Food for thought, you know what I'm saying? Like you ate something good, bro.
Medical field, we treat anxiety by giving drugs that enhance GABA. The better GABA works, the less anxious you get. It's that simple. But these drugs could cause addiction and many other side effects. This seems counterintuitive, right? We start with one problem, then we end up with many others.
Medicine, that's literally medicine.
Maybe some of you are thinking of something right now. Omar, we just agreed that some bacteria secrete GABA. So why don't we just find a way of increasing them? And this is what the scientists have been trying to do. There's this one study by, I'm sorry for butchering his name, by Venkat Rao. Venkat studied 39 individuals with chronic fatigue syndrome. It's a syndrome characterized by severe anxiety, depression, and long-term exhaustion.
Wow.
Well, these 39 individuals studied were split into two different groups. The first group received a bacterial strain for 2 months, while the other group received only a placebo or a fake drug. And after 2 months, the group which received the bacterial strain showed significant decrease in anxiety with respect to the other group, which means the bacteria worked. Well, let's look at it from another area. Babies who are born through a C-section are more likely to have autism than babies born naturally.
Wait, what?
This could be because when the baby is born naturally, they are exposed or they encounter the first time the bacteria that's living outside of the uterus. So can you imagine that maybe, just maybe, these bacteria have been shaping who you are from the second you are born?
That's a bit of a stretch, but...
Well, how did we find out all of this? Well, things are about to get a little disgusting here, but bear with me, please. We found out all of this through feces or poop.
Hey, thanks so much for hanging out, Giselle. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. Make sure you get a good meal today with high fiber in it, motherfucker. Go eat you a high fiber meal. and take a big dump. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be better later. Hope you have a good day, Giselle. Thanks for hanging out.
Over half a century ago, a team of surgeons decided to transplant some feces into an individual with a severe case of C. diff infection, which is a potentially fatal bacterial infection.
What did I say, nigga? Ain't nothing wrong with taking a dump, bro. Take your big old dump. You know what I'm saying? And girls take the biggest dumps. You know what I'm saying? It's scientifically proven. You can look this up, bro. They measured the mass, you know what I'm saying, of dumps of, all human beings based upon their toilets. You know what I'm saying? And they said girls take the bigger dumps, bro, by tenfold.
And the rationale of this transplant was to tip the scales towards the good.
Girls don't have assholes. Get out of here. Go lay down, nigga.
And the rationale of this transplant was to tip the scales towards the good bacteria to win the
What's
war.
up, Ray? How you doing? We were just talking about food and how girls take dumps, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're just normalizing how women take dumps sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And it's how it's normal and it's okay, you know what I'm saying? Well, we're talking about nutrition and diet today and how microbes in your stomach can affect your mood and thus your brain. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you walked in. We got Twitch staff in here. What's up, Twitch staff? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, bro. I hope I didn't scare you. Oh, I know Ray. Fuck. I'm like, who the fuck is Ray? I'm like, let me tighten up. You know what I'm saying? That's Ray. What's up, my boy? I appreciate you stopping by, bro. I was like, wait, who Ray Apollo? That sounds familiar. And then I can, what's crazy is that I can see your picture from right here. Let me make sure. Am I tripping, bro? I can see I can see your Abby right here. I've seen that Abby so many times that I can notice. I notice it from right here. Like in this little bubble I see on my alerts. I'm like, oh, that's Ray. It's like you and your little cosplay or whatever. Yeah. But welcome to the stream, bro. How you doing today, bro? Hope you're having a good one.
And it worked, but through several experiments,
you can't hide. Nah, we spotting you, bro. What's good, my boy?
The mental health of the recipients has been changed. It has been changed to mimic that of the donor. They started experiencing.
Wait, let me roll it back.
The rationale of this transplant was to tip this severe case of C. diff infection, which is a potentially fatal bacterial infection. And
wait, they putting shit in other people?
This transplant was
wait, hold on. They put in shit in other people.
Here, but bear with me, please.
Whoa.
We found out all of this through feces or poop. Over half a century ago, a team of surgeons decided to transplant some feces into an individual with a severe case of C. diff infection, which is a potentially fatal bacterial infection. And the rationale of this transplant was to tip the scales towards the good bacteria to win the war. And it worked.
Wow.
Through several experiments.
He got a shit transplant. Can you imagine telling people about that experience? Yeah, I had a shit transplant and it saved my life. And it saved yeah, bro. Yeah. Going up to your uncle and be like, man, can you just give me some of your shit, bro? You know what I'm saying? I just need that shit, bro. It's gonna set me right, I promise. To the grave, I take that one for sure. Taking that one to the grave for sure. But damn, bro. Let me just hold some shit, man. I just need it. My stomach hurt, bro. Let me stop. I'm childish.
I found out that the mental health of the recipients has been changed. It has been changed to mimic that of the donor. They started experiencing similar mood patterns and even feeling more energetic if the donor was an energetic fellow.
Wow, that's crazy.
These findings have.
Man, that just goes to show you how much the gut brain axis is real, bro. That's fascinating, bro. He was an energetic person, and now the shit he got from somebody else was of an energetic person, and this person has became more energetic now. Jesus Christ.
Life changing.
You said let my ass flatline.
To the psychiatric community.
Wait, you telling me y'all not taking shit a shit transplant to save your life? That's some bullshit. Hey, man.
They're foreshadowing that maybe the future of medicine isn't some weird pill, isn't some weird brain surgery, but it's the implementation of a healthier lifestyle. To empower your bacteria.
Yes.
To use them for your own benefit.
Yes. Healthier lifestyle.
Is fiber. Fibers aren't absorbed into your body, they aren't food for you, but in fact, the good bacteria in your body can be, can thrive on fiber.
Wow.
And the key here, like.
And how, bro? And I'm gonna be honest, bro. How many of y'all had some fiber recently? Let's be honest, bro. How many of y'all had some fiber recently, bro? She said, "Cut the shit." Is this where the shit kit came from? Yuck! I don't even want to. We're not gonna even talk about that anymore. I don't ever want to hear that in my chat again. Can we ban the word shit kink forever?
Is to change your diet by just adding a few simple changes, like adding some oatmeal, whole.
Oh, I eat oatmeal now too. That's crazy. I've been eating oatmeal every morning now too.
Grains, onions, garlics, and leafy greens.
Wow.
These findings have been revolutionizing not only to the psychiatric community, but also to the neurodevelopmental community. And we are still looking at other mental diseases in which your microbiome can affect you. But so far, we can safely say that adding more fibers to your diet will change who you are and who you will become. So let's take care of the little hitchhikers living in and on us for the sake of our mental, physical, and emotional health. Thank you.
Woo! W. Hey, what y'all think of that, bro? I eat a lot of lentils. Lentils are good as fuck, too. That was W, bro. What do y'all think about that, bro? What do y'all think about that, bro? Can you shout out? Wait, who is that? Why is that the first thing you say, bro? In my chat. That's weird. Thank you, Chelsea. Chelsea's so quick. Sniper. Love you, Chels. Yeah, man, what do y'all think about that? Y'all get y'all some fiber today, bro? Get y'all some motherfucking fiber in your diet, bro. Get you some fiber in your diet, bro. Some oatmeal, some green leafy vegetables, some whole grain bread, onions. I love onions. I love onions. I love onions so much. You ain't got to tell me to eat no more onions, bro. But yeah, bro, I digress. Oh my God, I love onions too. Yeah, me too. I've always loved that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hate onions? I already know what kind of I already know what kind of person you are, bro. I'm just kidding, bro. I had to grow into it. Yeah, I hated onions when I was younger, growing up too. All right, so this video is called "What is the best diet for humans?" Love this. Shut up, Charles.
This is me 10 years ago. I weighed 40 pounds more than today. Many people, I wanted to lose weight. Like many people, I wanted to know what is the best diet for humans. Many of us actually have an opinion about this question.
I put garlic in everything, bro. Dead ass.
Some believe that a low-fat plant-based diet is the best. Others that a low-carb diet rich in protein and animal fat is the best. Others have opinions on how much sugar we should eat, or how much salt, cholesterol, saturated fat, eggs, or dairy products we should have in our diet. But the question of what the best diet is a scientific one. So there should be no room for opinions or beliefs. If diet A is really better than diet B, then a study that compares the two on enough people should show that definitively. No opinions, no beliefs, just hard data, right? What is also clear is that if the best diet does exist, then we haven't yet found it, because the incidence of diet-related disease has increased dramatically in the past several decades. Now, you might think it's because people don't listen to what we tell them. But in fact, that's not true. People actually generally do follow dietary guidelines.
Facts, Justice.
But according to the Center for Disease Control, if you live in the United States, there's over a 70% chance that you're either overweight, diabetic, or have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And there's overwhelming evidence that diet and lifestyle are major drivers of these conditions. So why is it that after so much research, we still don't have an answer to this seemingly simple question of what is the best diet for humans? What I'd like to propose to you today is that the reason we don't have an answer is because we've been asking the wrong question. And it's the wrong question because it assumes that the best diet depends only on the food and not on the person eating it. But what if differences in our genetics, lifestyle, or gut bacteria cause us to respond differently to food? What if these differences explain why some diets work for some people but not for others? What if our nutrition needs to be personally tailored to our unique makeup? This is exactly the question we set out to ask in our own research, which I did with my colleague Eran Elinav.
I gotta be honest, I wasn't expecting that. And dietitians ain't trying to hear that. They're not.
Several graduate students from the Weizmann Institute of Science. To take a scientific approach, we first search for a metric of healthy nutrition that we should study. Most studies examine weight loss or risk of heart disease after some diet. But the problem is that these are affected by many factors unrelated to diet. They take many weeks to change, and in the end, you get a single measure of success. And if it didn't work...
Izmichi, stand up! Stand up! Stand up! You here sipping for this man right now. Stand up!
Well, then it's very hard to understand why. And so instead, we searched for a metric that would still be relevant for weight management and diet-related disease, but one that we could also easily and accurately measure across many people. And this led us to focus on blood glucose levels, and more precisely, changes in blood glucose levels after a meal. We call this a meal glucose response. Why is it important? Well, because high glucose levels after a meal promote both hunger and weight gain. After we eat, our body digests the carbohydrates in the food into simple sugars and releases them to the bloodstream. From there, with the help of insulin, cells throughout our body remove the glucose from the blood so that they can use it as a source of energy. But insulin also signals our body to convert excess sugar into fat and store it, and that's a primary way by which we gain weight.
Okay.
In addition, fast flow of glucose into the blood often causes our body to release too much insulin, which could lower our glucose levels to below baseline, making us feel hungry and eat more. Meal glucose responses are also very relevant for our health because they've been shown to be risk factors for obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and other metabolic disorders. A recent study that followed 2,000 people for over 30 years found that higher meal glucose levels after meals predict overall higher mortality.
Damn.
Finally, and not least important, with recent technological advances, we can now follow a person's glucose levels continuously for an entire week. And since the average person eats around 50 meals a week, it allows us to measure glucose responses to 50 meals in just a single week.
I'll probably eat less than that, but bigger portion sizes.
Meal glucose responses also provide us with a way to directly measure the effect of every single meal, as opposed to common approaches that only evaluate the effect of an overall diet.
Wow, okay.
Now, of course, there are many factors beyond glucose
levels. Yeah, niggas eating good if they eating 50 meals a week, bro. I probably eat, 3 times 7 is 21? So you max, yeah, nigga. Ain't no way I'm eating 50 meals. I'm not even eating half of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I will say when I was eating 3 to 4 times a day, when I would split my meals up, I will say that I was happier. You know, I would take each meal and I would split it up based upon how many calories it had. And I would eat like half right then and then half in another 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I probably eat 20. Yeah, F that. But if you split your high calorie meals up, I noticed that works really good for me. I probably eat 10. God damn, Chelsea, what the fuck going on?
Levels that influence a healthy diet. But this is a very important one, and solving it can be a major step forward. Luckily for us, we managed to convince 1,000 healthy people in this idea, and we connected them to one of these small glucose sensors and tracked their glucose levels continuously for an entire week. And during that week, participants logged everything that they ate on a mobile app that we developed. And so that allowed us to measure glucose responses to 50 different meals for each person and around 50,000 different meals across all 1,000 participants, making our study the largest one that was ever done on this problem until today. So what did we find? Well, when we looked at averages, we saw trends. For example, more carbohydrates in the meal generally increased the response. This is not so surprising.
Okay.
Another, perhaps more surprising trend is that more fat in the meal generally decreased the response. But, and this is the key finding of our study, for every trend we found, there were many people who were very different from it.
Wow.
Basically, when the same person ate the same meal on different days, the response was very similar.
Okay.
But when different people ate the same meal, the response was very different. For example,
interesting.
White bread induced almost no effect on the blood sugar levels of some people.
Wow.
But in others, it induced huge spikes.
What?
And the same was true for every single food we tested,
What?
including rice, pizza, sushi, and even chocolate.
That's crazy.
For every food, there were some people who had low responses, others who had medium responses, and yet others that had very high responses. It wasn't just about the food. It was also about the person eating it. So while averages and trends are informative,
Facts.
for any given individual, they may not mean much.
Facts.
Now, it wasn't just about how good the body was at handling sugar. Each person had different...
Well, he is saying something new, Chelsea, in a sense that, you know, obviously everybody is different, but we don't hear this in mainstream media very often. And also, we don't hear about how bad things will affect certain people differently than other people. You know what I'm saying? So I would say to some extent it is new, because I didn't really know all that. I mean, I knew everybody was different, but like how different? To me, it's you know, intriguing.
different foods that spiked his levels. Some people even had opposite responses. For example, some people spiked for ice cream, but not for rice.
What?
But then others spiked for rice and not for ice cream.
Well,
In fact, more
niggas who don't spike for ice cream, bro, are immortal. I'm convinced.
people spiked for rice than for ice cream.
Wow.
Now, my wife is a clinical dietitian,
That's crazy.
so when I showed her this data, she was shocked. Because as a practitioner, she of course relies on general dietary guidelines. And so one of the first things that she tells her many newly diagnosed pre-diabetics is to stop eating foods such as ice cream and instead eat more complex carbohydrates such as brown rice.
Wow.
So as soon as she saw our data, she of course realized that for most of her patients, not only does her dietary advice not help, but in fact it pushes them faster to develop the very same disease that her advice was meant to prevent.
Bro, and this is a clinical dietitian, bro. How did she not know that? That was her job. What are y'all doing? Who paying the rent? Who keeping the lights on if y'all niggas ain't doing this kind of research, nigga? What the fuck? Nigga, she like, eat some brown rice. It'll help your diabetes. Psych, bitch, you're gonna get worse because I told you to eat brown rice. Oh shit, that's crazy, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Ice cream makes my brain tingle. I don't even know what that means for you. Yeah. I don't know what that means to you, bro. I don't know what that means. The thought that the research or the lack thereof, bro, that's crazy to me, bro. Everybody's just figuring shit out, bro. And I'm not here to discredit scientists, you know what I'm saying? But like, to the extent at which, you know, the diet has been ignored in modern medicine is just, is crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. That's why you really need a fucking nutritionist to focus on you, your specific person, bro. Man, imagine if everybody had that workup too. Man, it'd be crazy, bro. Serotonin. Okay.
So these
That's
results
crazy.
of ours on
You said this video from 2016? Let me check. Bruh, I'm about to scream.
such a large data set
I'm about to scream.
convinced us that responses to food are personal.
Oh, very true,
And that
JJ.
diets that maintain normal blood glucose levels must therefore be personally tailored to the individual. They also show, in our view, why the current nutritional paradigm that searches for that one best diet is inherently flawed. The best diet for humans does not exist. Our responses to food are personal, so our dietary advice must also be personal. And personalized dietary advice was our next challenge. To tackle it, we measured many parameters across participants that we thought may explain people's variability in glucose response to meals. And these included basic metrics and lifestyle factors like age, weight, height, and physical activity, but also blood tests, medical background and food frequency questionnaires, and also DNA sequencing of both the human...
Cousin, what? Focus, nigga, tighten up, bro. She said, "Well, I can't believe his pants were boot cut style." Hilarious. So how do they know the foods are the best for you specifically? Is it a blood test or something, or a trial or error? I mean, I'm hoping he'll explain to us, man. He got 9 more minutes in this video, so hopefully he let us know.
Human genome and the gut bacteria composition of each person. Now, of these, the gut bacteria was perhaps the most novel component that we examined. For hundreds of years, we know that bacteria live within our body, but only with recent advances in DNA sequencing could we begin to study them extensively.
Wow.
And when we did, we found that this vast collection of hundreds of different species that we each host, collectively termed our microbiome, has a major impact on our health and disease. And what makes the microbiome even more exciting is that, unlike our genetics, we can also change it, even by simple means such as changing what we eat. Our bacteria help us digest some of the food that we eat, and in turn produce molecules that are taken by our own cells and affect our physiology. For example, in our own research, we studied artificial sweeteners, which the vast majority of us consume on a daily basis in various diet soda drinks and other products.
Fuck that. I hope not.
And we found that consumption of artificial sweeteners alters the composition of the gut bacteria such that when transferred into mice, causes the mice to develop symptoms of diabetes.
Wow. And niggas put that in a coffee every single day before they go to work too. That's crazy. On the topic of nutrition and health, I'm going to suggest you guys all check the book Genius Foods. Just finished it yesterday. Yeah, I would love. Thank you for the book suggestion. I appreciate that. Can you put that in the Discord for us under book suggestions? I'm sure that will help somebody. Just you got hit with 5 ads. I'm sorry, y'all. We'll wait till the ads is over. I'm back. I think it's got rescheduled. I'm really surprised y'all didn't know this. This is why some people can't eat gluten free. Some it doesn't bother. I mean, I understand that, but just the extent of which, you know, it will affect you. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy to me, bro. Like to the fucking microbiomes in your stomach, and it's crazy, bro. I mean, definitely know about gluten free, and obviously, you know, we know about lactose intolerant as well. You know what I'm saying? Some people who can't eat certain foods is different for them, but it's like to the extent that which how that can even be shaped by not only your genetics, but your lifestyle, your nutrition. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit can play effect in it. It's just it makes me really think about like how much we don't know about our own bodies, and how much of this should be you know, prescribed in medical school to doctors, and how much we need nutritionists. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting, bro. Would I have more muscle tone from eating kale rather than the spinach type thing? I don't know. Maybe. This profile. Thank you so much for the gift of subs. I appreciate you, bro. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, bro. W gifted.
And so this and several other studies led us to ask whether the microbiome would also be important for explaining people's glucose variability in response to meals. And so we took this microbiome and other clinical data that we collected, and we used advanced machine learning algorithms to automatically search for rules that predict personalized glucose responses to meals.
Damn. Personalized.
For example, one such rule could be that if you're over 50 and you have a certain bacterial species, then your response to a banana will be high.
Imagine going to the doctor and getting like your microbials read or some shit. You would probably have to shit on a stick in that point. But imagine it, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if that happened, you know what I'm saying? And then that way you can kind of get a estimate of, you know, what foods you could eat. And obviously, like, you know, lactose intolerance and gluten free are like obvious because you have an adverse reaction to it, you know what I'm saying? But this is talking about glucose, you know what I'm saying? This is talking about sugar. This is talking about, and glucose is in everything, not just in sugary products. But understanding that even the things that don't apparently affect you, you know what I'm saying? Like your mood, your anxiety, all this shit, bro. That's crazy. They just need some used toilet paper. Yuck.
The overall algorithm combined tens of thousands of such rules that it automatically deduced from the data. This approach is actually similar to how websites like Amazon make book recommendations, except that we applied it to how people respond to food.
Wow.
And we could show that this algorithm could then take any person, even people who were not part of our original study, and predict the response to arbitrary meals with high accuracy. So as a final step...
Oh yeah, so we just saw that in the last movie, our video, Professor. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Understanding the bacteria in our gut is important. Yeah, bro.
We asked whether we can also use this algorithm to design personalized diets that normalize blood glucose levels. So we recruited and profiled new participants, and we asked the algorithm to predict 2 diets for each person. In one diet, which we call the bad diet, we asked the algorithm to predict foods for which that person would have high responses. And in the other good diet, we asked it to predict foods for which that person would have low responses. And each person then followed each diet for 1 week.
Wow.
Now, by design, the diets had to be identical in calories. In fact, all breakfasts, lunches, and dinners had the same calories on different days. And it's also important to note that each person received a different personalized diet, and that there were even some foods that were given to some people on their good diet, but to others on their bad diet.
Wow.
Now, to show you that these diets are not the obvious ones you might think of, here they are for one of our participants. Now, take a moment and see if you can guess for yourself which one the algorithm predicted to be the good diet and which to be the bad diet for this particular participant. And as you look at these, notice that each diet contains foods that would not typically appear in standard diets. And now for fun, let's play a quick guessing game. And you all have to participate.
Okay.
So raise your hand if you think the diet on the right is the good one.
I can barely see that shit.
Okay. Now raise your hand if you think the diet on the left is the good one. Okay. Definitely we see nearly a 50-50 split here.
Let's see. Marzipan, coffee, chocolate, corn nuts. I don't even know what the half of that shit is. Bread and eggs, pita, hummus, edamame, noodles, ice cream. Well, I mean, I don't want ice cream, but I'm going to go with the right side. Just because the right side seems more familiar to me. I don't even know what half the other shit is.
Showing you that it's definitely not trivial to guess. And I can tell you that for this participant, the algorithm predicted the diet on the right, the one with the ice cream, to be the good one.
I knew it. Duh.
And so now the only question is, how good did these diets work?
It's because I'm a genius.
What I'll show you next is, in our view, perhaps the most striking result that came out of our study. So here are the continuous glucose levels of this participant when following the bad diet. And you can clearly see abnormally high glucose levels after meals, indicating that this participant has impaired glucose tolerance and is likely pre-diabetic.
Wow.
But on the good diet, the one with the ice cream and the same amount of calories as the bad diet, this same pre-diabetic participant achieves fully normal...
Wow, what the fuck? You see the green line in there? Jesus Christ. And he had ice cream on that shit too. Look at the difference. What the fuck? That's a huge difference, bro.
Blood glucose
It should go to show you how personalized this shit is, bro.
levels without even a single spike across the entire week.
Bro, as soon as I get rich, bro, I'm getting a nutritionist, bro. It's the first thing I'm doing, bro. That's the first thing I'm doing, bro. You can't see that? Oh, well, it's like a green line in here. Right here. It's like, it's very small compared to the other one. They should have found a better way to do this. But I mean, this is cool too. But like, showed us a different one too, you know? Yeah, bro.
Levels without even a single spike across the entire week. Obviously, we were very happy to find out these results. And in fact, we found similar results for most participants for which we designed personalized diets using our algorithm. Now, not only that, but the good diet also induced several consistent changes in the gut bacteria of most participants. And it seemed that these changes were beneficial because bacteria that in other studies were associated with good outcomes tended to increase after the good diet, and bacteria associated with disease tended to decrease.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
And this result is, of course,
I think fiber might be the only thing that is universally okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just a diet with high fiber. I mean, I could be wrong, but what do y'all think?
Intriguing because it suggests that in addition to normalizing blood glucose levels during the intervention week, the good diet also induced beneficial effects that may persist even beyond the intervention week. So what's the take-home message from all of this? Well, based on the glucose responses variability that we saw across 1,000 people, our conclusion is that there is no single best diet for humans because we are all too different. It also means that if a certain diet hasn't worked for you, then maybe it was the wrong diet for you. Your dietary failures may not be your fault. Your diet may have failed simply because it did not take information about you as an individual into account. So what can you do with this information now? Well, right now, you can actually measure your personal glucose responses to your favorite meals using simple glucose devices that you can buy at your local drugstore. And I guarantee that you'll be surprised at which foods personally spike your glucose levels and which do not. As a more complete solution, we are working hard to make our algorithms available to everyone so that you'll be able, from your home, to provide basic clinical information about yourself, send a sample of your microbiome, and in return receive
stick a sample of your microbiome. Send some shit in the mail.
Personalized dietary advice.
How do you do that? I kind of want to do that.
Algorithms available to everyone so that you'll be able, from your home, to provide basic clinical information about yourself, send a sample of your microbiome, and in return receive personalized dietary advice. We are also starting longer-term dietary intervention studies in both pre-diabetics and diabetics that will go on for a full year. Because we believe that if the effect of normalizing blood glucose levels that we were able to obtain in 1 week could persist.
You said light up the whole post office? I hope they have some good containers, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know, y'all don't want to know this. Never mind.
For a longer time period, then we might be able to reverse and even cure these conditions, which constitute one of the worst epidemics of our times. More broadly, I believe that we are entering a new era in the study of nutrition, one in which we will move away from asking what is the best diet for humans, and instead focus on the more appropriate question of what is the best diet for me. Thank you very much.
W. Like that. I like that shit. We like that shit, chat. We like that shit. What do y'all think of that, bro? What do y'all think of that there? What do y'all think of that there?
If you're thinking about leading a more
This is called What Happens to Your Body When You Start Exercising Regularly.
active lifestyle, you're not alone. In recent years, an increasing number of Americans have started participating in more sports, fitness, and recreation. Whether you're trying to get fit, build muscle, or you're just tired of the couch, here are some changes you can expect along the way. During that first workout, you might feel more alert and energized because ramping up your heart rate means a boost in overall blood flow and oxygen to the brain. But prepare yourself for the day after, when you'll almost certainly get a case of DOMS, short for delayed onset muscle soreness.
I love that shit.
The soreness will persist for about 72 hours, but the good news is you're less likely to get it again as long as you continue to regularly exercise those same muscles. Over the next few weeks, you'll slowly start to ramp up production of mitochondria via a process called mitochondrial biogenesis.
Love that shit.
Mitochondria are the parts of your cells that convert carbs, fat, and protein into fuel that your muscles use to do their job, like flex and contract. After 6 to 8 weeks, studies have shown that people can increase their mitochondria by up to 50%. With more mitochondria in your cells, you'll start to feel more fit and your endurance will increase. So running 3 miles will no longer feel as difficult as it did during the first week.
Wow.
Once you're 6 months in, all of that hard work should finally start to show. If your workouts focus on strength training, you'll notice your muscles begin to take shape. You're also less likely to fall off the workout wagon at this point. Exercise programs often see a 50% dropout rate within the first 6 months, but after that, more people stick with it. Now, if you're more focused on cardio, then by 9 months of regular exercise, you should see about a 25% increase in your VO2 max.
What does that mean?
VO2 max is often used as a measure of fitness and refers to the rate your body can transport oxygen to your muscles for fuel. Basically, higher VO2 max means you can run faster for longer. So a 25% increase means you can run about
Damn, it takes 6 to 9 months to get that shit done, bro. That's crazy.
Further in the same amount of time. After 1 year of regular exercise, your bones will be denser, which reduces your risk of osteoporosis. In fact, researchers have found that regular resistance training, when combined with a
workout, y'all,
can actually reverse the effects of osteoporosis after 12 months. Now, if you maintain your exercise program long term, your body might not be the only thing to benefit. Your bank account may also beef up. One study revealed that older people who exercised 5 days a week for at least 30 minutes saved on average $2,500 a year in medical costs for heart-related health problems alone.
God damn.
You'll also be at a lower risk of developing arthritis, type 2 diabetes, dementia, and certain types of cancer like breast and colon. In all probability, you are going to live longer than you otherwise would. And that longer life, it will likely feel more fulfilling, because exercise lowers the risk of anxiety and depression by reducing levels of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Of course, all of these benefits depend on the type and intensity of your workout and how long you exercise for each week. A balanced diet is also paramount to a healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
For the average adult aged 18 to 64, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services recommends either a minimum of 2.5 hours per week of moderately intense exercise,
that's not so bad,
like brisk walking or biking, or at least 1 hour and 15 minutes each week that combines moderate and high intensity workouts like running and swimming sprints. On top of that, make sure and take 2 days each week to strengthen your muscles with some weights or resistance training. This will help your overall speed and endurance. As you begin, it's important.
I hate running though. Cardio is the devil to me, bro.
And not push too hard too fast.
I like biking though a lot. Biking is one of my favorite things to do in the world. And I'm up in Sacramento, so there's tons of bike packs over here. Did I just get this up from this profile? Thank you so much, Queen. What are your ways to work out, chat? What do y'all do? Do y'all like doing? You said walks. I like biking. I like yoga. I like hiking. I do weight training as well. Calisthenics. Never heard of that. It's like when you do like Zumba and shit, right? Cardio is effing fun. I go walking a lot. Dope. I love that for you. Cardio is literally a soul crusher. Yeah, I just don't enjoy it. I just thoroughly just don't enjoy it. Stretching. Oh, by the way, we hit our sub goal. Thank you guys so much for the sub goal, man. Y'all smashed that. Thank you guys so much. Walking everywhere, like HIIT training. Oh, okay, yeah. I've done HIIT before. I love walking while I listen to podcasts. Bro, I'm telling you, the power of doing something you enjoy while you do something you hate is just so fucking underrated, bro. Like, people need to do that shit more. Like, I'm telling you, when I really have a task I don't want to do, and like cleaning or something like that, I'll put on a good podcast. I'll put on like a good book or some shit. And it makes it so much more easier, bro. I'm like, yes, bro. It's like, I learned that in Atomic Habits, actually. It's like pairing good activities with things you don't really particularly want to do can help you get them shits done way easier, bro. You don't always have to go crazy in the gym. Yeah, you don't. You really don't. She just said 2 hours of workout per week. You know what I'm saying? Which is, 30 minutes a day? F that. You know what I'm saying? Atomic Habits was amazing. Yeah, bro. It changed my life, bro, for sure. What can you do at home with only 2 feet of space? Fuck, that's tough. Yeah. You could literally do burpees. You know what I'm saying? I know that doesn't sound fun. That sounds horrible. Or you can like maybe walk outside, but some people don't even have that opportunity because it'd be so bad. The weather be so bad, or you might live in a bad neighborhood. So it's like, these are all things you got to think about for sure. But burpees help a lot, bro. You ain't even got to jump, nigga. You just go down, go up, go down, go up, go down. And jogging in place is underrated, but it also sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard. It's not something you just say, hey, do this. You know what I'm saying? And I live in the hood, so I'm not going outside. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Don't go outside. Burpees help though. Burpees would be dope. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. You know what I'm saying? Environment, it plays and that's a big part of Atomic Habits, is that environment plays a lot in people's decisions making processes. You know what I'm saying? When you have less options, you do less things. You know what I'm saying? So, stretching, push-ups, yeah, squats will work though. Air squats are really good. You can do like squats, sit-up, push-ups kind of deal. Yeah, man, that might help. Obviously it's tough, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely not kind of trying to get up here and say like, this is like a one-all fix all, because there's so many things that are going crazy. You know what I'm saying? You said burpees, you mean conditioning trauma? Heard you. Burpees are particularly terrible. Squats, burpees, stretching, push-ups, jump rope. Jump rope is another one. I love jump rope. How many of y'all used to do like double dutch when you were younger? I always wanted to do that shit. I never got a chance. I was a boy and I was insecure and all that shit. I despise burpees. Yeah, I think burpees might be the worst thing ever, to be honest. I saw our free workouts on YouTube. Yeah, I saw free workouts on YouTube that'd be like, oh, you have no space? Do this. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about whatever works for you, you know. I did a bit of double dutch, so fun. I did a little bit of double dutch in elementary school. I never did double dutch. I always wanted to. Yeah, bro. Up and downs of football equipment. Yeah.
Injury. You'll discover that the fitter you become, the easier it will be to exert a little more energy the next week, the week after, and so forth. Exercise smart and often, and you'll be running marathons in no time.
Awesome. I love that. Workout, bro. Workout, bro. I love that, bro. It is definitely hard for people out here, though. Let's see. Okay, I do want to talk about the underlying rate. I should have ended on the happy video, bro. Fuck, I should have ended on the happy video. But here we go. This is the underlying racism of America's food system. I should have ended on the athletic video. I'm sorry in advance. I can just imagine Goofy trying to do double ups now. Facts.
People always ask me, when did I get into this food stuff? And my answer is always changing, because I can't remember a time that food wasn't part of my everyday. But first, you should know a little bit about where I come from. So I was born and raised in Hell's Kitchen, not too far from here, but strangely renamed and gentrified as Clinton. In this neighborhood of Hell's Kitchen, we had access to things like a makeshift farmer's market, still there, a health food store, authentic Italian pizza, and Greasy Spoon Chinese food before Greasy Spoon meant serving through bulletproof glass windows. We had bodega items from Sonny's, like infinite varieties of candy and pickles sold in jars. And we had access to Thai food, where my mom would take me to celebrate academic achievement.
I love Thai food.
But all these things I'm telling you about are extras, because most of the things that I ate every day were made by my mom, by her hands, in our house. And unlike the television family that accompanied me during most of my dinners, milk wasn't something I drank with my food. In fact, adding chocolate to it didn't help eliminate that it came from a cow's titty.
Damn.
But fast forward 20 years from that dinner table, and all the mechanics of gentrification moves us out of our home. And we land in an outer borough, where recognizable options for good food have vanished. And it's not a constant reminder to people that unless you live there,
wow,
culture shock can really take the place in the form of food disappearing. So in this new space, I'm no longer deliberating about what to eat. Now I find myself below an overhead, shadow-imposing iron horse named the number 7 train, thinking about what it is that I don't eat. And my choices below this train could be a shady supermarket, a $5 foot-long hero using boar's head, which is the elite meat of the hood, cow's tongue wrapped in plastic, and I swear in this moment I can see all 25,000 of his taste buds.
Wow. That's
and
crazy.
While I'm cringing, I scan the sticker of the pig's feet, and the date of sale is 3 weeks prior to the date I'm standing in front of it.
Wow.
And I could cross the street to the Chinese restaurant and order something, but that means I'd have to get my food through a bulletproof glass window and a turnstile where I put my money and my food comes spiraling out.
Yeah, I had to do that
But
too.
to imagine being served food in this way reminds me of that scene in the movie The Life of Pi, where Piscine attempts to feed Richard Parker the tiger through a fence, and his father scolds him for not realizing that the tiger is emotionless. He is an animal, you can't trust him. You can only feed him from a distance so you both survive. So the last two things existing on these four corners is a deli and a liquor store. So I know in this moment that if I wish to drink or smoke my hunger down, I'd have no problem there.
Wow.
So a few years pass, I become a PhD.
It's honestly sick when you think about it, bro. It's pretty fucking sick when you think about the system that they have set up. You know what I'm saying? And then they act like it's all individual choices when you give people these kind of choices.
A professor, I get married, I have 2 children who are now under 5, and so I'm ultimately compelled to find better food options for them. So one day, I watch my 3-year-old son watching the jovial but creepy clown whose red hair and yellow prison jumper on television seem predatory to me. But I exhale because my son doesn't know that those golden arches are the street signs of poverty, and I'm not ready to teach him that. So the hunt begins, but I realize that the hunt for food needs to start recruiting hunters, because so particular to this moment, the movement tends to exclude the very voices that it seeks to advocate for. So my goal is simple, to begin building an inclusive and united front that shares a vocabulary of struggle and of change. And as a result, the hope starts to produce, to continue working to recruit from all angles who can help us figure out things like food apartheid, food disparity, and all the variations of structural injustice, and ultimately illustrate that what the hunt is discovering and revealing is worth knowing by many. But before we get to these places, the well-intentioned have already been there, those kinds of hunters.
She's spitting right now, bro. We're lucky though they even have stores near me with organic food. Yeah, bro, to be honest. Some people don't even have that, which is wild, bro. They wonder why we want to leave this trash-ass country. I'm saying, bro. It's crazy because, like, in some part, we couldn't even have a mass leaving of America because the problem of America would still persist. You know what I'm saying? It's like if we all, theoretically speaking, of all black people, all people who are smart enough to get the fuck out of America, right? America would still be a white supremacist country with the biggest military in the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? So and they could literally just go and colonize any country that they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So if we all left, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's literally no escape from it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's sick when you think about it, bro.
And they come in with their healthy eating flyers with pictures of vegetables that none of us can recognize. And then they leave that very neighborhood. And the people are left behind. And no one knows among them how to sustain any of the projects that they've left, those do-gooders, because they weren't included from the ground up during this conversation. And once the salad is eaten at school, funding is lost, there are no greens left in the neighborhood, adults can never replicate this moment and call it dinner. So you can start with kids, and they are our hope, in hoping that the food struggle is eliminated eventually. But if we don't include people from the ground up, we've lost half the battle. Putting food on the plate versus what kind of food to put on the plate is a fight that many really don't know how to win. And we've been taught to think that time and poverty, when mixed together, is implosive. But residing in what I call the good food barren town, many have come to believe that those very golden arches that they see means they've arrived in America, not in poverty.
Wow.
So I began to recruit undergrads to help me
spitting, bro.
to start the
Goddamn.
united front that I was dreaming up. And the first thing we encountered was loads and loads of food trucks. And not the food truck of the bourgeoisie. You guys know the kind.
Yeah.
The ones with the sexy menu item names. The ones that wrap around a New York City block during a corporate lunch hour. No. In the good food barren town, these food trucks are home to meals like entire animals being served complete with innards, eyes, brains, and sits under a train station next to a trash can all day. And I won't apologize to anyone that is a fan of this truck, but I will argue that this shouldn't be people's only option for a meal night after night.
Wow.
So next we stop off at the supermarket. And at the door is a sale. 3 containers of salt for $2. And we notice that in this very neighborhood, there's no hospital or clinic relatively close by. And the stats at the CDC scream that food-sick health problems are running rampant in this zip code. So this same supermarket fooled people into believing that there's some dairy farm in the middle of Elmhurst, Queens. So people thought they were drinking local and not antibiotics. And you don't have to hunt to bump into the Sunny Delight, the orange juice of the hood, back again in my universe. This time in single drink containers, a 6-pack for $4.39. So my hunters and I, we decide to leave the boroughs for a few moments. And 2 hours and $35.50 each later, we landed in Cold Spring, hosted by the Glenwood and a lovely lady named Virginia. She gave my hunters a great tour and a lesson that left the pack completely inspired to grow their own food. Treated to fruit grown on site, a student asked me, "Dr. Bernard, have you ever tasted an apple so sweet?" And my response was, yes, but not often. Because in the hood, they serve you something like a grapple, which they try to trick us into thinking is a hybrid fruit.
Sunny D be burning the back. It's like Tampico, bro. Tampico and Sunny D are one and the same. It be burning the back of your throat when you drink it and shit. It's like, I hate this shit, bro. What the fuck is a grapple, by the way?
But if you live there, you know you can't trust food in the hood. So the departure from Cold Spring inspired us back into Queens, where we applied and was subsequently awarded a 2-acre vacant lot. Inspired by what the young farmers were doing in Cold Spring, we were going to grow some food. And we were going to replicate that model in our tiny little plot. We were going to re-educate all of the members of the good food barren town that they needed a new vocabulary, and we were developing a glossary of sorts. So ultimately, we were going to build this army. We were also going to combat childhood obesity in this neighborhood by including the children and their families to get down in the dirt, to grow with us, to learn with us, to eat with us, but specifically to fight alongside us. And ultimately, we'd get Mr. Softy off our block, and he'd take his asthma with him. And that predatory clown and his yellow prison jumpsuit would finally be charged with crimes against humanity.
Damn. Hey. Yes, sir. Nigga, she is talking right now. Crimes against humanity. Talk about it, bro.
But 3 months and 2 acres later of preparation, of ready-to-grow food, I received a letter retracting the offer from the students. So we decided to do some volunteer work on another side of Queens to see how food was being grown. And after 10 a.m. at a volunteer day arrival site.
Hey, that's really what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? It's literally them versus us, bro, in this scenario, bro. And If we being 100% on, it's all this shit is crimes against humanity, bro. It is the most despicable fucking shit that has taken place. Late stage capitalism is fucking horrendous, bro, for the human people, bro.
Included a farmer telling my hunters that the apples that she was picking were all organic. And as she picked it off the tree and bit it, she then turned to my students and admonished them for doing the same. Most of the major
the crazy part is people like to disdain, you know what I'm saying, like your everyday like drug dealer, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when big pharmaceutical companies get away with the biggest fucking drug heist of our generation, it's like, oh, it's a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? When McDonald's is on every single fucking corner selling hash browns and burgers to your fucking kids and everybody in your family, you know what I'm saying? They don't look at them the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but they have such a disdain. They have such a disdain for people, for poor people who are doing the same, the very same taxes they're doing. It's the irony. It's appalling. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Farm at the staff was white and young. Our tour guide mentioned that if we worked a full day, we too could receive some produce to take home. The language alone reminded me of the texts I've taught on indentured servitude among the Caribs and among the West Indians. Something like if we work all day, maybe they give we some food, and maybe if we behave good, we gonna get for eat. So I looked around at my students and became immediately uncomfortable. We were all in a line, sweating, bent over, pulling up weeds, getting cut, bleeding, thinking about food, and working in complete silence. When a student said, "I really feel like a field Negro, Professor Bernard."
Wow.
And as we looked over where we stood, everyone, director, farmer, volunteers, administrators, tour guides, all white, sitting together, eating a farm-picked lunch.
Wow.
Angrily, as is my style, I walked over to the farmers and asked for drinks for my students who were so visibly hot. We were then pointed to the gift shop where water was $1.50.
Wow.
And coffee was $2. We had been hoodwinked and bamboozled. We paid a tour and volunteer fee, toiled their soil, left hungry, hot, and thirsty, and spent $12 plus transportation to do it. And I still didn't learn how to grow food. But what I did learn was how not to step on food that was being grown. So we limped over to a more accessible part of Queens, a rooftop farm a few blocks away from major transportation, and the idea, so ingenious, to grow food on top of a roof, inspired my hunters and I to think about returning to the elementary schools in New York City where we had gone and start growing food on top of those roofs, so central to the crack game, New York City 1980s. But was this deja vu? Because everyone here too was young, white, and innovative. And this stop was just a stop, because a tour would cost $150 of the site for the hour. We were running close to broke.
Wow.
And the alternative to paying that fee would have been to lead a self-guided tour, which you live in a food-barren town, you know you do that every day. So 3 trains later, at the crack of dawn, we entered a schoolyard in Brooklyn. Guess what? It wasn't deja vu on that roof. Everyone there was white too, including 56% of the enrolled children who attend that school.
Wow.
And the lesson of the day at that schoolyard ended with a teacher saying, and that was how corn came to be grown all over a place like Mexico. So one of my hunters asked, where in Mexico exactly are we looking at this lesson? And her response was, pick a location, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I guess that's how we got tacos in Texas. Time to go. So exhausted by my troops, I made a soon to final stop together.
Sheesh.
We left Brooklyn and we got to the South Bronx and met a lovely lady named Nancy, who ran La Finca del Sul. The first thing she did was offer us water, gave us a walking tour and gathered the students near a handmade shed and told us how La Finca got started. Oral history at its best. Each of the students were given tasks and then I was given one. My assignment was to recover some of the produce that was still edible. We were being given a chance to connect the dots. People who grow food, people who need food, and people who want food in their neighborhoods. And after 2 hours of diligent work, I noticed my students were engaged with each other talking, laughing, and completely in full dialogue about food. And as it grew darker, we realized that although the hunt was far from over, we'd have to head home. So we turned in our baskets of recovered produce, and much to our humbling, members of the farm broke out plastic bags and gave us each groceries to take home.
Wow.
So while the hunt for food led us to unaffordable, questionably racist, elitist, and disconnected places, and their neo-hippie, well-intentioned leaders, I keep thinking about how many people don't have
neo-hippie, well-intentioned leader
have access to the opportunity, to the vocabulary, to the bravery or know-how on how to engage in this urban hunt for food. How poverty creates isolation,
thank you, Chelsea,
mistrust, distrust, and disconnection. And how many of us have begun to believe a television show teaches us something, although it points out that we are food have-nots. Many in the good food barren town accept what's presented to them, feed their families, whether off slow food or fast food menus, and hope for the best. While those who have access, words, projects that ignite and inspire, we ask you that united fronts continue the hunt, but we hope to develop a collective, an inclusive dialogue, one that engages the very people we seek to advocate, one that ignites their roots and shines a light on their culinary tradition and lets them cook their food with pride instead of watching someone else on television cook their food and gain a title for it.
Wow.
Members of the good food barren town need a movement of their own. The larger movement is exclusive and it's elitist. And it talks about problems without knowing what the problems are.
Sheesh.
And it tries to use the have-nots as pawns in this battle, when really it can be won by enlisting them at the start. The people need to know what tools they have access to so that we can run Mr. Softy out of our blocks and pelt him with our nebulizer machines. We need to get hunters to reclaim their roots, their root vegetables, their fruits of labor, their native dishes, their dignity, their humanity, their hunger, and their fulfillment. We need to hunt without heartache and despair, and we need to be empowered to join forces instead of opening our mouths just to hear someone else tell our story. Thank you.
Shit, nothing to say there. God damn. God damn. Hey, that was a fire ass TED Talk. She was spitting. I didn't even want to stop her. I didn't even want to interrupt her, bro. Like, no cap, bro. I didn't even want to interrupt her. She was on a fucking roll, on a tear, on a fucking mission right there. Jesus Christ. That was crazy. I hate to end it on that note. I mean, I also don't hate to end it because it needed to be said, bro. And for anybody telling me about the viewer count in the chat, I don't ever want to know about it. Just for future reference, I never want to know about it. Don't mention it in chat. It's not important. At the end of the day, we're here to do what we're here to do. If people feel uncomfortable about a certain topic, race being one of those topics, that's their problem, not ours. No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. I wasn't even gonna call you out. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to. That's why I didn't say your name. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro. It's all good. No hard feelings at all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a part of a learning experience. You didn't know, and now you know, and now people who didn't know can also know too. You know what I'm saying? So all good though. I need to be seen, period. Yeah, facts, bro. Any thoughts about that video, guys? Y'all have any thoughts, bro? Questions, concerns, comments? I mean, it's definitely something I could not. Y'all know me, bro. Like, if I'm about to talk about a topic, I'm gonna try to get as many layers as I possibly can on that topic. You know what I'm saying? And there's always gonna be that layer of how this plays against class and race. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what she did. And obviously, we can't have a mindful Monday and not be mindful. God damn it. We can't have a mindful Monday and not be mindful, goddammit. And without racism, without addressing race and how race and class affect these issues that we talk about every week, we're not being mindful, bro. She said it best, bro. She was talking about, we need to enlist people, you know what I'm saying, from different classes in these conversations, bro, and not use them as pawns, as speaking points to sound pretty to our fucking, our elitist compadres, or whatever you want to say, companions, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to fed this entire vid. I'm actually going to delete this as soon as it go live. It will be on my YouTube though. It'll be on my Mindful Monday YouTube, which you can find down below. That's the new meta for this. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get that elsewhere, so we can start building up that community and such. You know what I'm saying? All I have to say is reparations win. I'm saying, bro. I had to come in towards the end, but it seemed like it was very important. Yeah, very compadre. Companions is what I should have said. Yeah. Yo, Goofy, did you see do you post Mindful Mondays on YouTube anywhere? I'm showing up late. Plus, I would love to watch. Yeah, I just yeah. If y'all want the Mindful Monday YouTube, it is in my Twitch. I could drop it in the bio, by the way. I'm gonna create a channel point for it, or a channel command for it today, just so people can have access to that. But yeah, we do have a Mindful Monday YouTube. One second. Hold on. One second. Here it is right here. And I'm going to be uploading all our Mindful Mondays today. I don't know if, is that it, Cam? Is that it, Sammy? You had it already? That might be it. Yeah, that is it. Sammy had it already on deck. So we have our Mindful Monday channel right here. I'll just show you how to take a look at it real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just some light, you know, template. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. But yeah, bro, we'll be having these conversations on here. And if you ever miss a Mindful Monday, you can always come back here and check out this stuff. And you'll love it, bro. It'll be dope, bro. Don't mind my graphic. Yeah. So hopefully that can help you. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that can, you know, make your day better. You know what I'm saying? And all that, bro. Not me seeing my viewer count. Yuck. I hate that when that happens. But yeah, bro. Thanks so much for being here today, guys. I really appreciate you guys. It only includes me, JK. W Mods. Yes, W Mods. Chelsea was holding it down today. I appreciate you, Queen, for your help. For sure. Yeah, bro. Any thoughts, concerns? We're usually in these streams with meditation, so that's what we'll do today. But yeah, man, definitely something to talk about, bro. There's something to talk about, something to think about. So takeaways for today: make sure y'all niggas get your motherfucking fiber. God damn it, y'all get your fiber in, bro. Get your motherfucking fiber in, bro. Try and find a way to incorporate exercise into your daily routine, weekly routine, and go to CVS, get you a glucose monitor, or you can send your shit off to a company. But how do you monitor your glucose though? You have to prick yourself or some shit. And how do you know what's a normal glucose level for yourself as well? That's what I was thinking. Playing games tonight if you want to join. Bet. Yeah, I'll probably pop in on you, bro. What are you playing tonight? W Stream. I love the idea of Mindful Monday. Yeah, man, we've been doing it for quite a while. It's been like 107 weeks. It's kind of like my little thing, my little treasure trove on Twitch. You know, can't complain. What are you doing? Things like these are damnly needed in the community. I love what you. Oh yeah, no problem, bro. I appreciate that. But yeah, every day we talk about something. Every Monday we talk about something different. And thank you guys for being here and supporting this. This is not like your traditional content that I think is really marketable, and maybe it is marketable, but I don't even care what's marketable. I think that I just want to do this for us, man, and it'll go wherever it goes. You know what I'm saying? And even if it doesn't like blow me up or whatever, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Right now we're doing Mindful Monday every week. Sometimes these streams are kind of like taxing on me emotionally, so I may slow that down a little bit, but I hope you guys bear with me. The best way to understand, to know what we're going to do for that specific week is to hop into Discord. I'll post a stream schedule every week and you'll get an idea of what we're doing for that week. If there's any cancellations, I need to move it, you know, things happen, you'll find out in the Discord as well. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you. I genuinely appreciate you guys. Make sure to do what you enjoy. The best workout in the world isn't worth it if you only do it once or twice. Facts, Kaylin. Facts. Spitting. It don't need to be marketed as long as you get your message across and help someone. Yeah, true. You know what I'm saying? That's true. That's the capitalism in me, bro. By the way, someone posted a pic of them wearing a merch in Discord. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and take that. Thank you so much, Chelsea. What channel was it in? I'll check it out today. But yeah, so we usually end these streams with meditation. So if anybody wants to do some meditation with us, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can check me out on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. I make all the kind of content. If you're going to take off and you don't want to do that, you can check out my merch that just dropped. Check out my YouTube gaming channel. I'm dropping YouTube gaming stuff on there as well. If you guys want to, you know, if you want to catch some gameplays with me, you can't catch the stream. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. I really do. This is a blessing, bro. But yeah, we're gonna slide into some meditation. I know that might not be everybody's thing, so I'm super excited about it. And thank you guys for being here. We're gonna raid somebody after. You guys want to stick around for the raid, that'd be cool. So, you know, no worries though. No worries though. If you don't, it's all love regardless. Actually, no, y'all gotta stay here. Sit your ass in here, get this motherfucking meditation, bitch. I'm just kidding.